Everyone thinks buying your first house works like this. The house costs 500,000 ringgit. You save the 10% down payment, 50,000, and you're ready. Simple, right? Wrong. That's the trap that catches almost every first-time buyer in Malaysia, because the down payment is only the beginning. There's a whole pile of extra costs nobody warns you about. Fees, duties, and charges that can blow your budget by tens of thousands. Miss them, and your deal collapses at the last minute. So today, the real number. Exactly how much cash you need to buy your first home in Malaysia, every single cost, using a real example. And the good news, there are ways to slash it dramatically. Grab your copy. Let's count the real cost. Let's use one clear example the whole way through. A 500,000 ringgit home. That's roughly the average house price in Malaysia right now, so it's a fair one to use. First cost, the one everyone knows, the down payment. Banks usually lend you 90% of the price, so you pay the other 10% in cash. On a 500,000 ringgit home, that's 50,000 ringgit. This is the big one, and it's just the start. Now the cost nobody talks about. First, legal fees. And here's the surprise. You pay lawyers twice. Once for the agreement to buy the house, and again for the agreement for your loan. Two separate contracts, two separate legal bills. Together on a 500,000 ringgit home, that's roughly 13,000 ringgit in lawyer fees. Just gone. These fees are set by law, so every lawyer charges about the same. Roughly 1.25% of the price for each agreement, plus tax. You can't really shop around to avoid it. It's just part of the deal. Next, stamp duty. This is a tax you pay the government to officially transfer the house into your name, and normally it's brutal. On a 500,000 ringgit home, the normal stamp duty would be around 9,000 ringgit for the transfer, plus another 2,250 for stamping the loan. That's over 11,000 ringgit just in tax. But here is the best news in this entire video. If this is your first home and it costs 500,000 ringgit or less, the government waives all of that stamp duty, 100% free, zero. This exemption for first-time buyers runs until the end of 2027, so that 11,000 ringgit, poof, gone. You keep it. This is huge. It's basically the government paying you 11,000 ringgit to buy your first home. But notice the catch. The house must be 500,000 or under. Go even 1 ringgit over, and the full tax comes back. So that price line really matters. Then a few smaller costs. A valuation fee, so the bank checks the house is really worth what you're paying. And various small charges, title searches, stamping copies, admin. Together, maybe 2,000 ringgit. Small but real. So let's add up the real cash you need for a 500,000 ringgit first home. 50,000 down payment. About 13,000 in legal fees. Stamp duty, zero, thank you government. Plus about 2,000 in small fees. Your real number is around 65,000 ringgit, not 50. So the real target isn't 50,000, it's about 65,000. And we're not even done because there's one more cost that ambushes everybody after they get the keys. Renovation and furniture. You get the keys, walk in, and realize the place is empty. No lights you like, no kitchen cabinets, no fridge, no bed, nothing. Furnishing and fixing up even a modest place easily costs 25,000 to 50,000 ringgit. Sometimes way more if you go all out. And this is the cost young buyers forget every single time. They save for the house, then can't afford to live in it. So if you want to actually live in your home, not just own an empty box, your real all-in number climbs closer to 85,000, even 100,000 ringgit. I know, take a breath. Because now comes the good part. How to slash all of this. Here's how to make that scary number much smaller. Move 1. Your EPF. You can withdraw money from your EPF savings, the Aircon Sejahtera part, specifically to help buy your home. For many people, that alone can cover a big chunk of the down payment. Move 2. First home financing schemes. There are government-backed schemes where, if you qualify, the bank lends you up to 100%, sometimes 110% of the price. That can mean little or even zero down payment. You just need to meet the income and price rules and move 3, especially if you drive Grab, freelance, or run a small business with no fixed payslip. There's a special guarantee scheme just for you, recently expanded to help 80,000 buyers with irregular income. So no payslip is no longer an automatic no. Stack these together, EPF, plus a high financing scheme, plus the stamp duty exemption, and a buyer who thought they needed 65,000 in cash might only need a few thousand to get started. That's the difference between impossible and doable. But one honest warning before you get too excited. Buying the house is one thing, living in it every month is another. And this is where people overstretch. On that 500,000 ringgit home, your monthly loan repayment is around 2,000 ringgit. But that's not all. Add maintenance fees for the building, a sinking fund, quick rent, assessment tax, and insurance. Suddenly, your 2,000 ringgit home actually costs you closer to 2,500 or 2,700 a month. And to get the loan approved in the first place, the bank wants to see enough income. For a 500,000 ringgit home, you generally need a household income of around 6,500 to 7,000 ringgit a month. That's above what the typical Malaysian earns alone, which is exactly why so many couples buy together. So before you buy, make sure you can comfortably handle the full monthly costs, not just the loan. A house should be a home, not a monthly panic. The right home is one you can actually afford to live in, calmly, every single month. So let's bring it home. For a 500,000 ringgit first house, the real cash isn't 50,000. It's around 65,000 once you count legal fees and charges. Push it to 85,000 or more if you want to furnish it. But thanks to the stamp duty exemption, your EPF, and first home schemes, the actual cash you need to start can shrink to a fraction of that. The real lesson: don't just save the down payment and hope. Know the true number, use every scheme you qualify for, and make sure you can handle the monthly costs. Do that, and owning your first home goes from a scary dream to a solid plan. And honestly, right now, with so many unsold units around, it's a buyer's market. You have more power than you think. If this saved you from a nasty surprise, share it with a friend who's house hunting, and subscribe for more Malaysian finance tips. We break down this stuff every week. That's your Ringgit Explained. See you in the next one.